Grand Rising and bright blessings to all of my pedal patrons. It is Friday. It is the 28th of June, 20 and 24. I've missed a few days because I've been healing from some ascension symptoms. That stuff is really real. I appreciate, though, the rhythm of what happens with knowing that other heavier things are going to come in, because I can process it out of my system so that I can be of greater service to other people. But here I am. It's Friday. We have 7 major transits today. We have some mixed bag of tricks energy in preparation for tomorrow's beginning of the Saturn retrograde through November. And then within a few days, we also have Neptune going retrograde through December. By the time we get towards the latter part of the month of July, we will have 4 planets in retrograde. And yes, I am counting Chiron because Chiron is going to be in there as well. July is going to be very energetically weird, but let's focus on the energy of the day. Let's bring up the map and let's show you each sign where it is that you need to pay attention to, where some things need to be cleaned up a little bit. Okay, my friends, let's talk about it. Let's move this up and over a little bit. We have a lot of things that are going on in the world, and one of them that I'm excited about today, and I will talk about all this stuff, is the fact that we have a cradle energy that's taking place today. So if you go from Mercury down to Pluto, and then you bring in the energy of Uranus, and then you bring in the energy of Neptune as well, it creates sort of like this cradle shape, which means we have a conversation in the heavens, which is allowing things to sort of soften up a little bit in the sextile veil. We do have 7 transits. The main energies that are taking place today is early this morning, whilst the moon here, hello computer, move out the way, all right, made a huge conjunction this morning with the Neptune in Pisces energy, which is in its homeville, and the moon, which is hanging out there in the last bastion pieces of what's going on in Pisces. The moon does shift over into Aries at 152, 452, but that jump that we had this morning was a huge entry point into some of the different changes that we're going to experience, okay? Now, if you happen to be in Aries, this energy for you guys today is going to be all full of the lovey-doveys and all the sexy things that are coming towards you, so I hope that you are going to experience a very beautiful day. Now, the other thing that showed up this morning, is with this moon that is now in Aries. It is also sextiling this energy of Pluto in Aquarius. And so what I want to tell you, though, is especially if you were a Scorpio, then you're going to want to sort of go back underground for just a little bit, because that Aries energy is going to want to point something out to you that's possibly going to be important for you as far as timing. If you're a journaler, I would go back to your journals, your shadow work, whatever it is that you happen to be working on. Go back to 3 weeks ago. The universe wants you to see something so that you can use that before the end of the day. Moving forward, what we have going on is the Mercury in Cancerville having this chatty catty conversation, and it's beating up a little bit against this Chiron and Aries energy that's taking place. And so if you happen to be a Cancer today, as long as you are saying your piece, communication, you are going to be on the right track. Don't hold back today. Make sure that you are saying the things that you need to be able to say. And then the energy that we have going on here after that, and this is going to be about 2:53 in the afternoon, is where this moon in Aries is going to square then the sun in Cancer. So if you happen to be a Leo today, today is going to be the day where you're going to have to drop some drama. You kind of know who it is. This energy split betwixt the 12th house. Someone is going to come at you, bro or sis, and you're going to know who it is and sort of what it is that you need to do to release yourself from those things that no longer serve you. And it's going to be a conversation, and you're going to be the greater person if you will just shut them down with ease and grace. Moving forward, if you are experiencing the energy a little bit later on today, we are having 2 final sextiles in the remainder of the day, and that at 3:03 here in Gemini is having a very gorgeous sextile with that moon in Aries. That's that purple line that is right there. So if you happen to be a Sagittarius in that energy that's coming forward, one of the things that the universe is giving you the opportunity to do today is get your emotions right before you start making the next step in conversation for something that you need to do long term. So you get to reconcile that energy today. And the last transit that we have coming on here is where Mama Venus in Cancer is having a sextile to baby boy Taurus here in this energy with Mars. So if you happen to be a Taurus or you happen to be a Libra today, you guys get to have just sort of an easy day. It's your emotions are in check. Everything is going well for you, for the most part. Okay, now let's talk about some of the harsher energies that I do see showing up here a little bit. For my Capricorns and my Aquarius, one of the things that you guys are going to need to do today is just sort of slow your roll just a little bit. You're possibly feeling these energies that are already pushing up against us with this Saturn ruling planet for Capricorn, but also some Aquarius that's getting ready to station tomorrow. So it's not necessarily negative as much as it is reserve your energy. If you happen to be a Pisces today, you need to make sure that you are doing things a little bit more slowly so that you're not going too quickly. Okay, so that conjunction that we had this morning, might have given you a bunch of different energy, which is positive, but make sure that you're not going too fast, too furious today before other things come up. Is there anybody that I didn't mention? Let's just go through it. I talked about our Aries. I talked about our Aries being in the Loveville, talking about our Taurus being in very easy energy. Gemini, sussing some things out today. Like I said, just make sure you're sussing some things out today before you actually hit the final conversation. Cancers, say your piece. I think I did. Leo, drop it like a bad habit. Virgos, you need to go back to some paperwork and you need to go back to something that was presented to you as an option, an alternative, something. You guys would be using your energy well if you go and review those different types of things today. I think a lot of it's going to be paperwork, emails, something of that nature, some sort of a communication. The universe is like, oh, take another look here. I did talk about our Libras, Libras. Yes, you guys are going to be in good stead today, especially where it comes to resource factors. I talked about Scorpio. I think I covered everybody here that is in the zodiac, but what's taking place is that we are releasing hostilities. A lot of us are having this energy space motion in the ocean where we're trying to balance things that's going on within our heart. And some of it is going to have to do with communities and people that we're dealing with. And again, overall end up. Release yourself from those things that no longer serve you. However, when we get into this Saturn retrograde period, Neptune retrograde period, the 7/7 portal that's coming, the 7/4 holiday that most of us are going to be able to share, the new moon in Cancerville, the two portals that we have in July, it's going to be a lot of heavy energy where it's going to be a lot of review, reset sort of energy. So the universe is asking you to get your collective poop in a group today. Start today. Get a heads up on some of these different energies. If there's something you want to do, Saturn is going to make sure that you're doing it. If there's something that you need to do, Saturn is going to make sure that you are doing it. Watch for the energies, especially, and if you're on my Place group, you've heard this because I talked about it yesterday, but you need to be prepared for things to come back at you from about 13 years ago, back in 2011, as a potential. But for those of you guys that are on your journey, you're doing your work. Even if you're going low and slow, you're still doing the work. It should be a little bit easier for you to navigate some of these shiftings and changings, things that are popping up. Not a negative day. Tomorrow's going to be a lot more glorious, where we have these opportunities to really be in the energy from the morning time to the evening time, with more positive communications, growth factors for resources, finances, and positive relationships for tomorrow. And then Sunday, we are going to experience the exalted moon in Taurus. So this is a really great opportunity, you guys, this entire weekend to think about the things that you truly want. What do you need to do to make it happen for yourself? Put a little legwork in. The universe will meet you halfway as long as you're doing your part. As always, may you receive everything that you need, want, and desire, and continue to find the beauty in all things. We'll talk to some of you guys later on the Place for Live. Many blessings. Bye!